Action activate. Let's rock it. Here we come. There they go. People rise, 'cause they know we're super soldiers. We got cool clothes. You will soon. You see our pose. Tension. Energize. Mask on. Time to ride. Combine. Grease ties.
Hello and welcome. I am Gazbot. This is Action Activate. It's a lovely day in the neighborhood, and with me, as always, is
Big Dawg Defender, part of the unofficial Blue Crew, because we
because you
didn't
get the bottom
coordinate
blues.
on purpose. But you know, I
True.
got the mid blue, you got the top blue, so you know.
There you go. And we get another person with some blue socks, and we can complete a whole person.
Yeah, I will say it is fitting for today, and I'll leave it at that until later.
Did you watch this episode ahead of time?
I know it ahead of time. I didn't watch
Okay.
it recently.
Okay, so we are. What's the name of the episode we're watching today again?
Reflections, part
Reflections, Part 1. Now, there was an episode in between the two that we didn't review, obviously.
Called Zapped.
Zapped. Do you want to touch on that real quick before we jump into this one?
Yeah, classic episode of Power Rangers of there's a ranger, usually a sixth ranger, that just, is looked upon to do everything, and the other rangers get resentful, and then everything gets resolved in Power Rangers fashion in the end.
True. I will say, though, that it was one of my least favorite SPD episodes so far. Now
it was lower half, but it was fun.
I mean, SPD in general is at a higher level, so a worse episode. It still wasn't a bad episode, but it was very, like you said, stereotypical, very like standard Power Rangers, nothing
Cookie
great,
cutter.
which I've come to expect more from this season. So I was like, oh, and it even ended with like a Megazord battle, with like it escalated in the typical way, which is atypical for this show. And yeah, so it was fine, but I'm glad we're not reviewing this one because I wouldn't have much to say. It's sort of like, well, whatever.
Agreed.
But you who have seen this episode that we're about to watch, and the people who comment are all like, okay, this is good. I don't know what's going on. I can kind of take some guesses of what the next two-parter is about, but this one, zero idea.
Let's just jump into it. Are you queued up?
I believe I am. Let me switch this screen over here so I can see it. And I'll open it here. Okay, I am ready when you are. And I'm also ready for you to complain about it being too quiet and then saying you have an echo when I turn it up.
Perfect. It wouldn't be an episode without it. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You got to do the Rangers press play thing. What are you doing?
Rangers plus press play.
I'm playing now. Now we might be out of sync.
No, we're not. We're actually perfect because I delayed a sec.
Okay. How's the is the volume good?
It's all right. It's actually a little low, which is surprising. And every time I talk, I can't hear it.
Okay, I've turned it up. You tell me if it needs adjusting.
Rangers S.P.D. Every time I talk, it mutes it.
Mutes what?
The background audio of it.
Should I turn it down?
Turn it up.
Turn it up. More?
It's good.
Okay.
Space Patrol. Space Patrol. Space Patrol.
Delta. I was ahead of the curve there.
Now
Oh,
we
whoa,
seem to-
spoilers!
We seem to have fixed it.
Was that always there? That little power?
Since last episode. Last episode was the new intro.
Okay, because you were talking about the giant Megazord that the base is, but I didn't notice that. I guess, yeah. I hate when they show it before it shows up in the show.
Yeah. Classic toy thing.
Okay, reflection part 1. We got a little boom action.
It's gonna be beyond incredible. Oh,
What's beyond incredible?
please.
Okay, but be
Super
careful.
Mega.
Oh, super Ninja Steel.
S.P.D. Battlizer. Engage.
Oh no! Is that supposed to be the real Rick?
I see the Battlizer is not quite finished.
A temporary setback, sir. I'm sure we'll have it fully functional right away.
See that you do.
Wait, so was that supposed to be Rick or
I
some
think
new
it was Rick.
I believe we have it all to
poor
ourselves.
robot dog?
Look at this 2005 fashion in 2025. Bringing a comeback.
Look, it's like an arrow bee that they glued a triangle arrow bee inside of. Like
I
you could buy
lost
both of
those
those.
so much as a kid.
I had two. I lost them both the first time I threw them.
He should be back soon.
One went into the ocean, one went into a tree.
Can't be as nice as new text.
They went far. They went real far.
They were amazing, but you needed a homing beacon.
It's a perfect day. What's not
I
to
used
enjoy?
to throw them around the time of Xena Warrior Princess, and I was just like, and I was like, and it's gone.
Cool.
Yeah.
On your fun.
I thought we already caught this creep.
We did. I still have the bruises.
Okay, I'm glad they brought that up because I'm like, am I tripping out or are they reusing?
Catch him again. Let's Ranger up. All right.
For a minute, I thought this was going to be a flashback episode, but then I realized that if it is, it'd be weird. It's a two-parter.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's called Reflections.
Catch me if you can.
Okay.
Where'd he go?
I don't know why that struck me as funny. That
Hello, Green
Oh,
Ranger.
her.
Hey, I remember you.
Hey.
You're Hydrax, the Fernovia.
That's right.
You okay, Bridge?
Oh no.
So I'm thinking this is one monster that can replicate other monsters. That's my guess. But you can't guess because you know. This is a weird.
I think I remember, so that's why I'm gonna I'm just gonna stay neutral.
Right.
Oh, that was the one from the Sam episode. Oh, I hated that monster.
Oh man, he's gone too.
The fact that they keep disappearing and not being there at the same time is what makes me
Maybe they
think
busted
it's
out of
not
their containment
multiples.
cards. Cat said those cards were foolproof and there was no chance of escape.
And I was right. They're all still here.
I don't get it. We saw them running around in the city.
Yeah, you can't be in two places.
It's like us right now. We're just like on a card.
Excuse me.
Well, you can, but you're one of a kind. I mean,
This
Two
is a
of them.
very serious problem. We simply don't have the manpower to
Bridge.
recapture every criminal in our files. I want you to search the city grid for any disturbances.
Jack, I'm gonna need
He likes
your
to
morph
point.
to upload a new weapon system.
you got it, Cat. Just wait till you see it. It's totally awesome. Right.
It's beyond incredible, I thought.
Super mega.
Excellent, Cat. We'll need it if more of those goons show up. You can upgrade mine next.
The technology was designed to work in conjunction with the Red Ranger's morpher only.
Have you not
Oh.
seen how this works,
Sorry,
Sky?
Sky.
You don't get a good motorcycle either.
Yeah, even though the Blue Ranger usually does and green doesn't, we just flipped it this time.
Sky. Sky, I know you're still bothered that I was chosen to be the Red Ranger, but you gotta get over it.
Listen, I know I had a problem with that at first, and I still don't always agree with some of your methods. But you've done a good job as Red Ranger. This is not about you.
So what's it about?
All I ever wanted to be was just like him. A Red Ranger.
So your father was an incredible guy.
He was my hero.
But if your father was a Red Ranger, he would be proud. Like Red Rangers are always like, good Red Rangers.
Remember, Shattered Past
Whatever you need,
timeline,
sir.
not SPD
No.
timeline.
I'm not
This is Murloc.
counting that.
He's one of the most brilliant masterminds ever.
I'm just saying that typically Power Rangers, any Power Ranger would be proud of their kid for being any color Power Ranger. They wouldn't be like, you're not red? Like, they don't work that way.
Cell on Gamma Orion. Conventional confinement methods have proven ineffectual since he has the capability of escaping through any reflective surface.
I see.
What do you want me to
Reflections.
do?
Interrogate Murloc. Find out what he knows about these duplicate aliens.
Don't worry, sir. You got the right man for the job.
The
Good luck, Cadet.
the alien reminds me of something. I think I got to get a better look at him.
Sir, I've read Murloc's file. It says he was the last to...
I know that.
Did you tell Sky?
No, I did not,
Oh.
and you're not to say anything
He
either.
has a right to know.
Yes, but not now. Am I clear?
Wonder what that's about.
Clearly,
Are you aware of our security measures?
I know.
it's funny because they could have been like.
Selective services would be completely
Yeah.
covered.
It's funny because they could have said Sky is like the. Oh, even his eyes are reflective. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, this reminds me of like in the X-Men movies when they had to visit Magneto in prison.
Yeah. It's cool when we get to see stuff like this. This is like doesn't feel like Power Rangers right now.
Yeah.
It feels like we're watching some other show, Farscape or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say something sci-fi like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's funny. The last episode they made a point of showing how Bridge was the best interrogator, and so like they could have been like, "Well, you have to go because you're best." They can't because they made it be
A
Bridge.
visitor. What a rare treat.
This isn't a social visit. I'm here on official SPD
Oh,
business.
I think I thought he reminded me of the alien from Galaxy Quest, but not now that I see him.
Those are like crabs.
Oh, you'll talk. I've got all the time in the
Oh,
world.
weird.
By the looks
Maybe
of
they're like
things,
earrings.
So do you.
You're a tough one, aren't you? All business, no nonsense.
Never mind about me. Several criminals have been cited.
I don't see why I should tell you anything. Goodbye, cadet, whoever you are.
This is important. What's it going to take to get some information?
It's a little bit of Sounds of the Lambs too, like Hannibal
I
Lecter.
don't ask for much. You see, I'm a collector of sorts. I'll give you information, and you give me a small something for my collection.
Okay, whatever, deal. But no mirrors.
No, nothing like that. Now tell me about these criminals you seek.
Exact duplicates of aliens we've already captured have shown up throughout the city. How is this possible?
You say you're looking for several criminals, but did you see them all together?
No.
Then it sounds like you're dealing with
Come on,
a
Ninja Steel.
slate.
Ninja.
Slate.
As in
Oh.
blank slate. He's
I thought he said sledge for a minute. I was like, what?
mimicking the exact likeness of others. All he needs is a data scan of their genetic code. My guess is that Broodwing is more than happy to supply him that. For a price.
I do like how in the last episode, Broodwing is finally like fed up and he's like, I'm taking matters in my own hands.
Yep.
Oh, cadet, don't forget about our deal.
If you told me the truth, I'll keep my word.
I know it's going to be some weird thing where he uses it to get out or do something evil, but I would like it if he's just like, I really like Hot Wheels. Oh, thank you. And that's the end of it. You know, like he's just...
The genetic code data from the most powerful warrior the Rangers have battled. If you want it, it won't come cheap.
Give it to me. I'll add it to my repertoire.
Repertoire.
A copycat criminal. That makes perfect sense.
So all we gotta do is catch the slate guy and we're golden.
Excellent job.
Seems like they should have called him Blank, doesn't
You didn't
it?
fall prey to Murloc's tricks.
Wasn't a problem, sir. Just kept focused on the task at hand.
Jeff, Sudoku.
More like a Sunuku wannabe. Though I don't know why anyone would want to be Sunuku. He's totally ugly. Plus, if I remember correctly, he has really bad breath.
He kind of looks like Birdman or Bird Person.
This time we got his number.
Kind of, yeah.
This copycat.
I was like, Birdman?
Yeah, not the superhero, the Rick and Morty version of the superhero.
We've had enough of your games. You're nothing but a big fake. And just who am I?
Actually, I think that the Rick and Morty character is a parody of Hawk from Buck Rogers, is my best guess.
Bank robber. Hey, Hydrax. Or I could be.
The dreaded Rhinox!
I love how...
I'm General Tamar.
Oh!
At this point, I
Tamars!
don't care.
I like how, you know, the bad guys always wait for the Rangers to morph, and out of politeness, they waited for him to morph too. They never attacked while he's changing form. That's just, you know, professional courtesy.
How pleased you'll be when I defeat
This
you
is
once
like
and
the
for all.
most classic Sentai's villain I've seen.
Yeah,
This is giving me like Abba Ranger vibes.
yeah, or early Kamen Rider, any of those early villains where it's just like
Spider-Man,
Bandek
something.
with one thing. Yeah, I do like that it's a smile. It makes him creepier.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got in a couple of lucky hits. But I know the one creature you won't be so happy to see. Devastation is back!
It's devastation.
Not really, but a good imitation. Slate has many warriors to choose from, thanks to me.
I don't recall authorizing this plan.
Oh,
It would serve
wow.
you well to remember who is the emperor around here.
Yeah, you should have paid him.
Would be pleased with
Should have paid him
my
for the robot.
idea.
When I want your ideas, I'll blast them out of you.
Oh yeah,
Creepy
we've
up
talked
close.
before. Yeah, we've talked before though. If you're supposed to be able to see his eyes, but he clearly has like the actor has contacts and makeup on, so yes, you are supposed to see his eyes.
But I also need you to bring me an essential tool in our conquest of S.P.D. Bring me Biggie.
Piggy.
Piggy.
Yes, Piggy. He will be the key to everything.
I guess.
I can't stop thinking about like the little girl character and like that whole thing. Like I hope there's a good payoff for that because it's gonna really annoy me at this time.
Hey! I thought they were gonna put him in the middle like Zoo Ranger.
You're not supposed to beat my superior genius.
You're not that smart.
You're just a weak imitation. I'll show you who's weak.
Hey, look!
Once again, these robots are awesome.
Send the runners.
On their way.
Although it is interesting, once again, they're flipping back to traditional, like the Zord fight being after. Where's Omega? Did they send him on a mission at the end of the last one? I don't remember.
Conveniently using him elsewhere because maybe this is a previous Sentai episode.
Right.
I like that they're giving him an arm bar.
Yeah.
I'm overloading! Slate, you are accused of numerous crimes. What? Including identity theft. Hey! Can't you guys take
Identity theft is a crime, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year.
Guilty! Guess not!
You're Dwight in the office. I'm glad you're quoting it for me since I can't watch it on Netflix anymore.
It's not the only thing.
Yeah, well. I'm holding out hope.
We'll get there.
As of today, I am watching Power Rangers on Netflix. Office is gone.
What are you going to do with me?
What are you going to do with me?
I'm going away for a long time.
Oh.
Watch it.
Morgana! I don't think so, Ranger boy.
Morgana, that's right.
Grum has a little present for Slate.
Right.
What the? Oh.
What? No.
Not again! Oh, great! Multiple maniacs!
Talk about
Yellow's just mad because he's like stealing her power.
This is also Power Ranger footage.
What do you mean?
Even the Rangers.
You could tell based on the lens that.
Oh, you're saying that this? Yeah. But it might. I'm guessing the fighting will be Sentai.
No, this is all Power Rangers.
You think?
I think that's why it was a rushed Megazord battle, so they do this.
Seems like an odd choice to spend extra money on just like battle scenes, which is the main thing you could usually get from Sentai.
Yeah, you can tell based on the camera, it's Bruce Kalish.
Understand?
Influence.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's weird.
So you're saying I'm right?
I'm not saying either thing. No, you're probably right, but I. Yeah, it's also very old school too. Like we talked about this before, like the eye blast, like where you have to touch it. That was crazy the way he like flipped around in the air like that.
Oh, who could it be?
Hey! Oh, thought it would be Omega.
Yeah, you know it's bad when Shadow Ranger comes in.
Yeah.
Have we seen this before?
Yes, his ATV thing.
I couldn't remember.
I don't remember what episode, but we have seen it. Maybe it was one of the ones we didn't review, like a non-two-parter.
Yeah. The intro to these episodes threw me is why.
Because I remember when it came up, because I wasn't a huge fan of the Dino Thunder ones. Like, they weren't terrible, but they were just kind of looked like ATVs. Whereas this one actually looked a little cooler. It had the lights, and I remember thinking like, oh, I like this one better.
And they're just getting wrecked.
I love though that no matter how many times he gets hit, he keeps holding on to both his pistols.
You're finished. Not yet.
Oh, I thought he was flipping into save the
Me
day.
too. Me too.
Not to get wrecked.
Yeah. It's like, not yet. Oh wait, now we are. Okay.
We need more power.
Oh, the Battlizer. I totally forgot about that. That's why they were setting this up, and that's why they would spend the money, because it's going to be American only Battlizer toy they could sell. Okay, it all starts to make sense. Oh, it kind of looks like the Omega Ranger. Oh, it looks exactly like the Omega Ranger.
It is. It's a recolored Omega Ranger.
Yeah. Cyber. It's not bad. It's a little basic, but
Now we're talking. Give it all you
I think the only part I don't like is the weird, like, black crotch piece.
Do it, Jack.
Seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
Because he's got, like, extra armor.
Yeah. It's very Masters of the Universe of them, and not in a necessary way.
Yeah.
This is a kid show, but it would be funny if Boom's like, I thought of protecting your most vital areas.
Yeah. That would be like an RPM move where they would say that, like, you know, your knees, your elbows, your shoulders, and of course, your groin. That's cool.
And butt crack, apparently.
It's pretty impressive for American footage, though. Like,
yeah.
They called this cyber mode, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering why exactly. What was that? I didn't like that. That was weird.
I didn't hate that.
The physics of it made no sense.
If there's one thing we've learned, it's that this season does weird physics. Like when he stopped and like shot that first episode.
I guess, but like that was at least cool. I feel like that was weird physics and it looked awkward. It made me think of when Godzilla flew by blowing like breath, and it's like if they did that cool maybe, but it looked dumb, you know.
That was cool.
That's a nice, like all the villains come
Good
up.
wires.
She's doing a little flip. That's very neat.
Love how all the other Rangers chilling.
I was just thinking, like, are they recovered yet? Are their health bars moved up enough? Or
even Shadow's like, yeah, whatever.
I do like though that he was standing there, took someone out with a kick, and then the next monster was like, okay, me too. I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
Yeah, that was good.
This whole scene is pretty good. I just didn't like that one part where he slid forward weirdly.
Yeah.
Battlizer, Sonic mode.
Sonic mode?
Okay, this part I like much better.
This part what?
This, like, armor version is like a real Battlizer.
Yeah, the other one just seemed like a power-up. I guess the other one he could always do, and this one he needs Rick's help with. Which is very Beast Morphers now that I think about it.
It was kind of like the Triassic mode versus the whatever the long arms mode was in Dino Thunder.
Yes, but I also mean that he needs another person, vehicle, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
To, you know.
I meant toy-wise.
What's that?
I meant toy-wise, where they're like, hey, two! We already built one into the Sentai. Let's just get another one.
I do like this mode better. Woo! And like the crotch piece doesn't seem as weird here.
Yeah.
He's got all this big armor and like a little piece there, okay, but it was just conspicuous on the other one.
It's another one of those things of like,
cool. I like that Battlizer.
I wonder if the original toy armor fits on the Lightning Collection figure, kind of like the Lost Galaxy one does.
Good question.
Excellent work, Jack. Want some more?
She farted.
Didn't think so. Sure, Murloc. Just like I said I'd be.
Your integrity is to be commended.
No small talk. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to be. Now, what is it you want for your collection?
I collect memories. Sad memories.
What?
In exchange for the information I gave you, you must
I feel like you should have asked this first.
memory.
No. Forget it.
We had a deal, Ranger.
He could give him
My dad was a Power Ranger.
a sad memory, but not the worst sad memory.
He was the Red Ranger. He was a great father.
Hopefully, as a child, he
He had a
didn't
vow to
speak,
protect the innocent.
because we'll hear his accent.
When people were in danger, he was always ready to fight.
He actually kind of looks like Dade, who plays him in Shattered Past.
Oh.
They say he saved dozens of people. And fought
Is this
for
just
the
footage
good.
from
No,
Time Force?
it
/
says
Time
SPD on it.
Okay.
It was his last
Good
battle.
catch, Ninja Steel.
I never saw him again.
It is weird to give like the singed helmet of like your father was dead in this. Here you go.
What a horrible memory. I can only imagine how hard that was for you.
I'll never forget it.
Of course not. Thank you, Ranger. That's the most amusing story I've heard in years.
What?
Oh, yes. I have to admit,
He's doing some good facial
I've
twitching.
heard some sorry tales, but yours is truly one of the saddest. It will be the most treasured in my collection.
You're a monster!
You think?
Yeah, what? Whoa, come on. That was unnecessary. Oh my god. Don't take your glasses off.
No, because he left.
Did he realize he left and he took his glasses off? Or did
Yes, that's why, because he was gone.
All right. The shot of the tear, it seemed a little bit melodramatic, but now the fact that it was so that he could get away. Okay, fair enough. All right, so let's stop this. Oops. All right, so Ranger wrap up. What do we think here? Is that a show?
I really liked it. I don't know, maybe. I really liked it. It's cool that it's a two-parter, but like the first part was so fulfilling of like, oh, we got a Battlizer in a really cool American only fight. I'm with this.
Yeah. Well, it also was. It almost didn't have to be a two-parter, except for this ending, because like the primary threat was dealt with. So it's like they could have had it be just random episodes that are connected, but like, yeah.
I wonder how the two-parter is going to tie into part one. That's going to be interesting to see.
What do you mean? We just saw the villain escape.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's. I don't know. I'm excited for part two.
So you're implying that the obvious. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with my light. It's blowing me out. You're implying that the obvious thing that how it would connect is that this Reflections villain would come and they have to fight him. What's his name? Reflector.
I don't remember.
But I'm like, yeah, obviously. And you're like, oh, well, maybe more than that. Father, I don't know. Choo, choo, choo. That's what you're doing.
I'm excited for part two.
All right. Well, if we're going to, yeah. So then let's go record part two. And everyone else will have to wait a week, unfortunately. But
before we move, final grade on this episode, part one.
How are we grading now? Are we doing A through F? Or we change it constantly.
Yeah, we do A through F.
I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B.
Wow, I'm an A minus.
I was almost gonna go B plus. It's good. It just I don't know. It's the fact that it had a Battlizer in it. I feel like is the big thing. But I'm not a huge Battlizer guy. So it's like, okay, that's cool. I expect a Battlizer. There it is. Whatever. You know, the story itself was fine. The fight was good. The fact that it was American was cool. I'm actually way more interested in the next part and seeing what that guy's going to do with Sky and all that stuff. That interests me more than this episode. So it's good setup. But, you know, I mean, above average. A B is above average.
By itself, I'm giving it an A minus. When we're done with episode 2, we'll give a review of that episode by itself and then the two-parter as a whole. But I'm the Big Dawg Defender. He is...
Who? Me? I'm Gazbot. Bot.
And to the power.
To the power. And let's do a closing credits. Beep. This Sunstreaker, not as bad as it looks in pictures.
Good to know. I'll get one eventually.
Oh, you knocked it right out of my